Hello, good afternoon. I'm Vivian Morgan, and welcome to the second meditation in a series of 4 with the Compassion Project. If this is your first time joining us, that's great. We're excited to have you. If you're returning, that's even better. We're hoping to build energy and momentum. The idea is that we can make a difference in our world. We can cultivate compassion and peace by simply meditating. And by meditating as a group, we enhance that field of energy that impacts the world around us. So welcome. I'm excited to introduce the person who will be leading our meditation today. It's Viki Stith. Victoria and I have known each other for a couple of years, and a couple of years ago, we ended up taking a certification class together on mindful meditation. So I'm excited and honored to introduce Victoria to you. So Viki is a licensed clinical professional counselor and Buddhist practitioner here in the Baltimore area. She specializes in anxiety disorders, midlife transitions, and relationship issues. She also helps parents who have adult children with substance abuse disorders and runs a group for those parents. So I'm excited to hear her meditation today, and I encourage you to tune in next week, Tuesdays at 12 noon, where we will share just a short meditation as a group, and we will be publishing these meditations on a YouTube channel called The Compassion Project. I'm glad you're here, and I look forward to seeing you next week. And here's Viki.
Hi, everyone. I'm happy to be part of this. Thank you for joining me today. I thought we'd practice something that can be very helpful in cultivating compassion for yourself and others, and that's working with difficult emotions. So this is something that we don't have to do formally on a cushion. We can do this anytime on the spot when we're feeling intense emotions or when we don't know what we're feeling. We're just checking in daily, like we check the weather outside. We can check our inner weather. So there's a lot of uncertainty in the world right now. So we're having a lot of emotions. The root of all anxiety is intolerance of uncertainty. So there's going to be a lot of that. And that's when we tend to have a lot of emotional reactivity and get into behaviors that do more harm than good, when we're not even aware of or when we're trying to get rid of the emotional pain we experience. But if we can just check in for a few moments and recognize our emotions and allow them to dissipate, allow them to just remain as they are, even, then it can start to change things and we can have the opportunity for a different response. So the benefit is in the practice, so let's get started. I'll ring a bell at the beginning now and at the end. So take a moment, if you haven't already, to get into a comfortable yet alert posture. If you're seated on a chair of some sort, make sure your feet are both firmly planted on the ground. Your back should be straight and your neck should be aligned. Your hands are resting at your side or in your lap, not fidgeting. Your shoulders can drop into your back, releasing any unnecessary tension there. You can release any tension in your abdomen that wants to be released now. No forcing, no need to change anything. You can close your eyes if you like, or you can gaze softly at a point in front of you. Now just set an intention to really place your mind on this meditation with openness and curiosity. And let's begin by finding the breath in your body. Just start to notice where you feel the breath most easily, in your abdomen, or maybe if you're anxious, in your chest, your nostrils. And let's take about 5 breaths together and really try to get a sense of and stay with your breath. And now I want you to bring to mind what it is that brought you here today. What's difficult about life for you right now? How is coronavirus and social distancing affecting you or your loved ones? What's going on in the world or in your life that you just don't like right now? Now, I want you to choose just one of these situations in life that's painful or difficult for you right now. Something that's not overwhelming, but that is challenging and does bring up some distress. And let's start to get in touch with what's upsetting you. So remind yourself of some of the details about this circumstance. Not getting into a storyline too much, just the facts and how you feel. And now I want you to become aware of the emotions that are associated with this circumstance for you. You might be experiencing many different feelings about this. So you can just start to label them. There might be sadness, grief, frustration, anger, boredom. Really take a moment to get in touch with any emotional pain this brings up for you. And now I want you to choose the most prominent emotion you feel when you think of this circumstance. Now let's move our attention to the body and see if you can tell where this emotion resides in your body. And what part of the body is this emotion showing up in? Is there a pit in your stomach, heaviness in the chest, tightness in the throat, tingling in your arms? See if you can describe the sensation silently to yourself. It's normal to react by trying to get rid of or tensing against those emotions in the body because of their painful nature. But that's what can keep them stuck. So we want to actually practice the opposite. We want to practice allowing them and patiently accepting them. So let's practice this. See if you can stay with this emotion in your body, this sensation, for a few more moments. And see if you can start to soften your body around the sensations. Can you make some space for them? Can you really start to allow these sensations, even if they're uncomfortable, knowing that they have no power to cause lasting harm. See if you can just raise your willingness to feel them, even if it's just a notch. Allow, soften, no fighting, no resistance. Maybe you can even get curious. Can you pay attention to these sensations like you don't want to miss anything? If they're really intense, you can stay with just the edges of the emotion, of the sensation, where it's a little less intense. See if you can soften your body around it. You can even send the breath right there to that spot, or you can bring part of your attention to your breathing also, or to the feet on the ground. And then you can go back to it, back to the body, allowing, softening. This is self-care and this is self-compassion. This is caring for your emotions. If you like, you can put a hand over the place where you're feeling the emotion in the body. You can put some pressure there if it feels good, or rub a little bit. Wherever feels good. If your mind wanders and starts to think about the situation or other things, you can just notice that. And then place your mind back in the body. Allow, soften. And now let's take a moment to just acknowledge that it can be really difficult to feel this right now. It can be painful to be human sometimes. Every single one of us goes through these difficult emotions. This is the human condition. You're not alone. And we want to be kind to ourselves because it can be difficult. Now I want you to ask yourself, how do I want to care for myself during this uncertain time, during this painful circumstance? In what ways can I show myself compassion? In what beneficial behaviors can I engage for myself? Maybe it is practicing checking in with your emotions daily. Practicing allowing them patiently, knowing that they'll change, even when they feel like they won't. And now remembering that every single person experiences the same emotions as you. And they might also be going through difficulty right now. Ask yourself, how do I want to be with others right now? With my family and loved ones, with my friends and neighbors, colleagues. Knowing that they might feel just like me and that they sometimes will react out of emotions too. just what we do sometimes. It's okay. How can I be of benefit and offer others compassion? Maybe focusing on their good qualities, or just listening. Maybe it's letting them have the last word, or just practicing restraint. And now let's return to the breath in the body. Where do you feel it most? And we'll take 5 breaths together, really sensing it. And bringing your awareness back to the room that you're in, space you're in, time. And see if you notice any sense of compassion or peace that you're experiencing right now. See if you can bring it with you into the rest of the day, even if it's only for a few moments. May all beings hold each other in great compassion. May all beings be safe, happy, peaceful, and free. Thank you.